George Soros once said, "It's not whether you're right or wrong that's important, but how much money you make when you're right and how much you lose when you're wrong." At first glance, it sounds almost backwards. Shouldn't successful investing be about being right? Soros would argue that it's not. The greatest investors aren't the ones who predict the future perfectly. They're the ones who manage risk so well that they can survive being wrong. And that simple shift in thinking may be the difference between building wealth and losing it. George Soros didn't become one of history's most successful investors by avoiding risk. He became legendary by understanding it. Known for his bold trades, including his famous bet against the British pound in 1992, Soros demonstrated that risk isn't something to fear, it's something to respect, measure, and control. Behind every billion-dollar decision was a disciplined process that prioritized survival over certainty. The first lesson is this: risk is inevitable, but ruin is optional. Every investment carries uncertainty. Markets rise and fall, economies change, and unexpected events can reshape entire industries overnight. Soros accepted this reality instead of fighting it. Rather than trying to eliminate risk, he focused on preventing catastrophic losses. Think of it like driving a car. You can't eliminate the possibility of an accident, but wearing a seatbelt, following traffic rules, and maintaining your vehicle dramatically improve your chances of reaching your destination safely. Investing works the same way. The second lesson is one that challenges our ego. Admit you're wrong quickly. Many investors hold on to losing positions because admitting a mistake feels painful. Soros saw things differently. He famously changed his mind whenever new evidence appeared. For him, being flexible wasn't a weakness, it was a competitive advantage. Markets don't reward pride, they reward adaptability. The faster you recognize a mistake, the less expensive that lesson becomes. The third lesson is to bet big only when the odds are overwhelmingly in your favor. Although Soros is remembered for massive trades, those positions were never reckless gambles. They were backed by deep research, conviction, and careful analysis. Most of the time, he remained patient, waiting for rare opportunities where the potential reward far outweighed the risk. This teaches us that successful investing isn't about constant action. Sometimes doing nothing is the smartest decision until the right opportunity appears. Perhaps Soros's most fascinating contribution is his theory of reflexivity. He believed markets are influenced not only by economic fundamentals, but also by people's beliefs and emotions. Investors' expectations can actually change reality, creating booms, bubbles, and crashes. That's why understanding human psychology is just as important as understanding financial statements. Fear and greed have shaped markets for centuries, and they continue to do so today. What makes George Soros's lessons so timeless is that they extend far beyond investing. Every major life decision involves uncertainty. Whether you're starting a business, changing careers, or investing for retirement, success doesn't come from eliminating risk, it comes from managing it wisely. The goal isn't to be fearless. The goal is to remain standing long enough for good decisions to compound over time. In the end, George Soros reminds us that investing isn't a contest to prove you're always right. It's a lifelong exercise in humility, discipline, and resilience. Because in the world of wealth building, surviving your mistakes often matters far more than celebrating your victories.